Welcome to the Coach's Decision.
Welcome to a special edition of A Coach's Decision with Chris P. Reed. In this episode of this series, this sessions that we're having, we're getting a response to the episodes that we had for men dating over 40. If you haven't checked that out, go check that out. But this is our ability to talk to women dating over 40 and see their side of the coin and understand the difficulties, the challenges, and the excitement that they find in dating in the later halves of their lives after they've lived a little bit and did some things. And I think that you definitely want to enjoy and tune in to some of the things that they have. So without further ado, we'll come into a section of women dating over 40. If men could be better, and I know that's a broad statement, but if a man who really is a good dude that has good intentions and happens to go places that you happen to be at, if he could come at you correct, how does he do it? And then how does he maintain? Obviously, y'all like communication to some degree. Y'all like to be listened to and heard. But what is it that you feel like men are missing, regardless of the age or there's something that men are missing because we have two capable women that should have been snatched up. Not Jessica, because she'll fight you in the face. But they, you know what I'm saying? Somebody. Hey, first of all, again, I can't overstate the respect I have for dude that almost gamed you down. He almost matched your karate style, and I wish I could get that brother on. But what is it that dudes could do to get to that feeling that Jessica almost had with my man, Kendra, for you?
Consistency. So I think when I say that, men have to really be truthful about what they want. I'm like her. Don't say, I can see myself with you, and you've done none of the vetting of me. I know me.
Okay.
So if you not truly pursued me or really took the time to get to know me, don't say you just want, be honest, you want companionship. You don't want a relationship. It requires some work. And I'm sorry, it does. And I know it requires it on both ends, but I'm literally experiencing men who ain't doing the bare minimum. But they're expecting so much more. And it's like, bruh, I'm not about to do that. And I get it. Some of them, they're jaded. Some of them like, look, I didn't put in 20, 25 years of marriage or work or whatever. I ain't about to be going out like that, whatever. I mean, you approach me because I guarantee you I didn't approach you.
Right.
I guarantee you that. So if you approach me, I'm giving you the blueprint because I'm honest. I'm very transparent and say, this is what I need step by step. I keep it very simple in my communication. And I don't even say it like, hey, I need you to do this. I'd say this is what I expect for someone to be my man. You know what I'm saying? And you still don't do it. Either you slow or you dumb, or you just not interested in me. And so we just need to continue and just go our separate ways.
Right.
And it is what it is. I'm not going to keep repeating it for you to try to find some kind of shortcut or whatever. But I would literally just say, just be consistent. Like, stand on your word. If you say you want me and I tell you what I'm expecting, then do what I'm expecting. If it's too much, you're like, no, I'm not for that. Okay, let's part ways and keep it moving.
Okay. And are you a blocker? Are you a person that blocks?
I'm not.
people?
The only people I block is the stalker. I had to block him. And then the people that I know who've tried to catfish.
Okay.
But everybody else, no, I don't.
Okay.
I don't block. I mean, we're adults. Just don't contact me no more.
Right.
But they want they want to keep a sliver of hope that they could either grow in or you could get kind of beat down enough to where you say, listen, I ain't got no other bites or whatever the case would be. And, after all, you're not as bad as I thought you were because it's better to have a little bit of something than a whole lot of nothing. I think some guys kind of fall on that dynamic as well.
So they just think I'm a little bit of something compared to nothing?
They think that they are a little bit of something. And so as opposed to you having no man, they want you to have a warm body.
A little bit of something. I want the totality.
But it's better than a whole lot of nothing is what they're thinking. Without them, you have nothing. With them, you at least have something.
I'm okay with that. That nothing is very peaceful.
Okay.
It's very peaceful.
Okay.
Why would I want something half-assed?
Right.
I understand.
Watered down.
I understand. I'm telling you their mentality.
No watered down woman.
I don't think that men are as particular as y'all would give them credit for. I really do. Let me just say this, and this is how I can prove it. You got some no good chicks, and you might be gentle and kind and considerate and don't want to call her no good, but you know she ain't no good, and she got dudes that be sniffing around. Dudes is not as specific as women are. Their standards are not the same. Now, I'm not saying these are great dudes. I'm just saying dudes in general. There's a lot more regular dudes out there. Black women are the most educated and degreed women in any diaspora. So there's a standard that you have to try to approach. It ain't just so you got and then y'all competing against each other to a degree, for these things, for these guys, and guys know it, and so they use it. And it is what it is, but that's the game. But I understand that. Jessica, I'm going to ask you, similar thing. What would guys have to, besides the Kung Fu Coochie, what would guys have to do to get you to get into better graces with you?
Well, I'm actually probably one of the most simplest people, and I don't require that much. And so I don't understand. I legit don't require much, but for me, it's very simple. I need to have the communication. If you're going to tell me you're going to do something, I need you to be a man of what you're saying you're going to do. And then again, I need you to be able to be on my intellectual level. It's not that difficult.
Okay.
And then, living the real world, I've met some people that are living in a fantasy world. It's not going to happen for you. This dream you have, it's not happening. So, but I'm really simple. I think I'm pretty simple. I don't ask a lot. And then if you've done something, take some accountability for what you've done. So that's accountability, communication, and that's pretty much it for me. If you say you're going to do this, do it. If you've done something wrong, man up, say what you've done, correct the problem. This is not anything hard. And I do what I'm saying that I'm expecting from a dude, I do the same terms. Yeah. So it's not anything different.
Yeah. Okay. For both of y'all, in y'all life and times with being around other women, what do you think is the most unrealistic thing those crazy women are expecting? Not y'all, those crazy ones. What are they commonly expecting that you why you want too much? You got a case of the wanting too muches. What do you see, Jessica, that your friends say that they feel like they need, he got to be 6'7", he got to have 6 figures, like all these sixes. What is it? What is it that women think they want that they should be mature enough to say, that is not as important as you act like it is?
Well, it's similar to some of the things you're saying. They're they have to be just majorly attractive person. They got to make all this money. They expect you to pay for all their stuff. If you don't, it's crazy. I know some people that will always talk to people based on how much money they have. And if they do not have any money, they're not even going to entertain them. But for me personally, those type of things don't attract me at all because I could pay all of my bills and everything by myself. And I tell people, I don't need you. I want you. There's a difference. If I tell you I want you, that's the difference here. I don't need you, but I want you around. So that's, but a lot of women, I don't know, they live in that mentality world. They're getting these BBLs and all this trying to get men that have the money or whatever. That's what they want. So they don't have to do anything. But you got to be realistic because you're not going to get anybody of any wholesome value.
Right. And those things may not last long. And maybe it's just to say you did it once, you had it once. Kendra, in your experience, what are women missing the mark on in the things that they request from men? What do you see or you hear about more often than not? You're like, man, if she got it her own way, she might be able to be okay.
I think one is definitely they want the man that's the hard worker man. He's making this amount of money, but then they also want the quality time.
Math ain't math.
Math, it'll
He
never,
gotta
man.
do that. He's working. And then you're mad when he's working all the time, but you told him you want this lifestyle, which that's how else is he going to provide it? I don't care what he's doing, legal or illegal.
Right.
He still got to work. And most dudes that they want he's going to be working 12, 14-hour days. But then you oh, well, he don't never have time for me, blah, blah, blah. I think the other thing I hear the most and see the most is they're expecting men to act like them emotionally and mentally. So I tell a lot of my girls, they be like, well, I can't believe I said this to him and he didn't respond like this. That's what your girls are for. There are certain things he just ain't built to do that. That is not in his DNA. And if he did start acting that way a lot, then you're going to start calling him a little bit too feminine.
Right.
So you got to pick and choose. You want a masculine man. You want a quote unquote, I don't know, kind of an alpha type man, but then you're mad that he not Ralph Tresvant and got a little sensitivity. You gotta decide what you really want and understand, like, that's why you have your girls or a sibling or whoever to kind of bounce those things with. He not gonna want to hear all of that all the
Right.
damn time. And you're mad about it. That you are the one, you're the feminine one. You're the one that got the emotions and stuff all the time.
Right.
He's not going to show him to say. That's not to say he doesn't care. He's just not going to show it the same way. So I think a lot of times I hear women, they expecting the guy to read their mind. And so the
Right.
first thing I say, like, did you tell him that? No, he been with me for 10, 15 years. He don't know that by now. Did you tell him that 5 years ago, 10 years? Did you ever tell him this? Well, he should just understand. I know from this. That's you. Women pick up maybe on certain cues and certain things. He's not going to do that. So you're mad at him because he's slow and he watching the game and he
Right.
ain't picking up that you had this horrible day at work.
Right.
You made your own self mad, sis.
Right.
You should have said something like, hey, babe, can we talk after the game?
Right.
Something or whatever. You just can't. I don't know. I think sometimes that's the biggest, misconception is that men can truly read their mind. Because
Right.
we just said you could tell a dude exactly everything you want and he still do what he want to do. So what make you think if you don't say nothing, he just
Right.
gonna figure it
Right.
out?
Right. When I was young, one of the things that my mom told me was to pay attention. And well, guys know you want to look at the mama as an example of what the woman might become or whatever the
Right.
case may be. Mama, grandmama, aunties, whatever. But she always said, look at her friend group, look at her oldest friends, and make sure that she has a best friend. Because although it sounds cute, you don't want your girl to be your best friend. You want somebody that can vibe with you and understand and navigate life the way you have to a degree to be your best friend and your confidant. And I've had better relationship with women who've had good best friends than I have with those who wanted me to be that role, as you said, the therapist that they could sleep with. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, because that's what ends up happening is you end up in those dynamics.
Those-
Let me ask this,
Go ahead.
Jessica, are there any telltale signs that you can impart on the folks that like tips and tricks of being able to uncover if he's not good at it? Now, some dudes are so good you would never find out in a million years until y'all at the funeral and two families show up. But
Right.
but is there some is there is there something that you use as a template or a tried and true measure to figure out if he actually is married or if he's just the entrepreneur that always got on the call and people calling him to come fix their AC?
Right. Now, that's a whole line. I mean, it's just, like I said, on the one that I had before, I couldn't figure him out because he was here every day, every night and everything. So I
Mhm.
couldn't figure him out. But I guess maybe the one thing that I probably overlooked is I never went to his house. I never came to his house.
Ah,
He always came to me. And I
okay.
actually preferred it that way. So I didn't have to go anywhere, that you came to me. But again,
Okay.
that
Okay.
would be probably something you may, right away. If you can ever go to their house, then that may be
Okay.
a sign
Okay.
that something ain't right. Because like I said, they have
Thank you.
all the time in the world. So that's I mean, they literally do. So it's like you can't go off of that.
Let me ask one more question. I'm going to start with you, Jessica. I'm a girl dad, so I don't have sons, and you guys
Mhm.
are both boy moms.
Right.
And it's everything we've talked about with guys approaching you, guys dating you, you giving them a little time, you want to see them, you want to incorporate them into your world if it's the right guy. How much does this change for you, Jessica, if you were a girl mom? If all of a sudden your boy was a girl, a young girl, how do your antenna go up? How do you navigate these waters of dating dudes and how does that change? Or was it the same for you? Is it the same whether it's a girl or a boy? Is it the same as far as you're concerned?
Well, for anybody that I was dating after I got divorced, and it took
Mhm.
like a long, long time for I even introduce my son to anybody because
Mhm.
first of all, I didn't really know how long I would date these people, and then so I didn't want a lot of people to be seeing my child, if that makes sense.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And then
Yeah.
again, yeah, I mean, I felt like there was no reason for them really to see my son. And so I
Mhm.
dated two people for quite a long time, and they both met him, and they were really great with
Mhm.
him. But for a girl,
Mhm.
obviously, I watch too much crime stuff, so you're not going to be around my girl at all.
Mhm.
Until
Okay.
I
Okay.
really know you would never just be around my daughter. It's not going to happen. I watch
Okay.
too much crime TV,
Okay.
and I see the stuff going on. I'm like, well, why you have all these people around your kid? That's a girl. Like, I mean, come make it make
Right.
sense.
Right.
But yeah,
Right.
no.
Same question to you, Kendra. As a boy mom, how different do you think your perspective on these things would be if you had a girl, not just because of, like you said, protecting you and she, but also the example that you're being for her as a single lady.
I'm gonna speak from 2 point of views.
Okay.
I'm gonna speak from my mom was single as I was growing up,
Mhm.
and my sister growing up as a young girl. To me and my sister's detriment, my mom was pretty much independent our
Mhm.
whole entire lives.
Mhm.
We had no clue. I mean, my grandfather did stuff for us. We had uncles and stuff, but a lot of our independence and where we struggle with is because we saw her do this.
Mhm.
Now, my mom got married when I got in college, so now I see the shift in it. She don't do nothing. She don't go pump her gas. She don't do nothing. My step and it drives us crazy. As an older woman who's dating, I'm like, dang. And although my grandmother was, it was different. My grandmother's my grandma. So you know the roles,
Right, right.
grandmas always did this, that, and the third, and they were traditional women. But now to see my mom in a different light, it's like, dang, if I had seen that as a young daughter, would I have been less independent? Like in
Gotcha.
this mindset,
Gotcha. Yep.
like, because I have some friends. I'll give you a prime example. I was with a friend of mine not too long ago, and we were, I don't know, putting together some folding tables, taking them to the car. A guy was standing there to talk to us. She immediately say, "Here, you standing here, take this. My mama said if it's a man there, make him work." I never even thought about that. I was like, "Girl, let's go. Let's get these damn tables in the car." I never thought about it, but then it made me think like, did I never thought about it because I never saw it?
Right.
And it still doesn't hit my mind. So I would say
Right.
in that aspect, it may be a little different. But as a boy mom, no,
Yeah.
I'm with her. I made a mistake one time of letting a guy meet my son too soon. I'm gonna blame it on COVID because COVID had
Okay.
us quarantined.
Okay.
I will never do that again.
Okay.
There's no need. I find like some dudes come in trying to be Captain Save a Hole. He know who his daddy is. He
Right.
got plenty. I don't need you to come in bonded with him more than you bonded with me. I had a
Right.
dude remember his birthday and forgot mine. We not doing that. So
Right.
he's not a factor right now.
Right.
Like she
Right.
said, I don't know how long I'm gonna talk to you, how long I'm gonna date you. And so even when he was younger, I was worried that he would get attached
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
want to ask questions. Now that he's older and he understands what dating is himself, you're still not going to meet him because I need to make sure that whatever example I put in front of him as a man
Mhm.
is a good man. He's
Mhm.
seen it from my mom and my sisters or my brother and them. He's seen it from that aspect. He's never seen his mom truly date and be with a man and see how it's supposed to be. And that's the difference. I did see it in my family. I saw successful marriages,
Mhm.
but it wasn't until I got older that I really saw it with my mom. And that is what played a part for me. So no, he's not coming in my life until you're not meeting him until I know for sure, like, okay, there's some serious commitment going on.
All right, but just inspired a couple things I think people would like to hear and understand these perspectives because I know that's the one thing they identify more than anything else is being moms. And so I wanted them to
Right.
represent. That was very interesting. It's rare that you find two young ladies that are willing to bare their souls, open up, and give this type of game. We definitely want to make sure that you marinate on what was said here. Tune in to the next continuation of this conversation and finish what we started here today. We look forward to you tuning back in. Take care of yourself and make sure that you take it easy or take it any way you can get it.